Welcome back. Hope you're enjoying our coverage on semi-finals day. One more semi to go in this first session, then 5 more later this evening. And it's men's singles action next. Another home crowd favourite, SHI Yuqi up against VERMA. A surprise semi-finals, I guess, to some degree from India. Already seen one Indian go through today, PV Sindhu, in the women's singles. Would be a bit of a shock if a fellow countryman could duplicate that achievement, but we'll soon find out. There is VERMA. Maybe had a slightly longer wait than they were initially anticipating with that mixed doubles going the distance. Here's Group A, how it turned out. The Chinese winning all 3 of his matches, just dropped the 1 game, as you can see. And in the other group, here's how VERMA secured his place. Lost to Kento Momota, but victories over Sugiyato, and Wong Charawan confirmed his place in the last 4. You can watch Son Won-ho take on Kento Momota. That should be some match later tonight. Jill Clark and Morton Frost will be with you for that. But we are concentrating on that top semi-final. SHI coming in as big favourite. And that's why qualified 4th in the race to Guangzhou. VERMA was 7th.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome all players onto the big court. Put your hands together and welcome SHI Yuqi from China and Samir Verma from India.
Last meeting actually at the Danish Open earlier this year, so certainly nowhere near a foregone conclusion this match. (22 years of age now, SHI, ranked 2nd in the world. Won the his first Super Series event at the French Open a couple of years ago. He's beaten Lin Dan at the last 2 All-England events. And he got a silver at the World Championships in the summer in Nanjing. This year has been a good year for him as we look at his results from the group stage, taken to 3 games by Son Won-ho, where he came from behind to win. And he's the All-England champion this year, also won the Indian Open and lost in the final of the French Open, the French Open. So it's had a good year. And on the other side of the net, 24-year-old Samir Verma, 14th in the world, but he qualified 7th in the race to Guangzhou. Swiss Open champion this year. He beat the Dane Jan Jorgensen in straight games. And he won a Super 100 event in Hyderabad, and then he defended the side Modi, which is also a Super 300 to confirm his place. Defeat to Momota, as I was telling you, but victories over Sugiyato and Wangcharawan enough to get him into the last four. How do you see this one, Steve?
I see SHI Yuqi as quite big favourite, you could say. Samir VERMA, he's qualified for these World Tour finals mainly by results in Super 300 tournaments, as you mentioned. Winner of Swiss and Side Modi, the last qualifying event for this tournament here. So a couple of other players, Kanter von Wangcharung and Thomas Sugiyato, have also played a lot of Super 300s and have qualified, but they all got more or less demolished in the group stage by Kento Momota. So the thing that leaves it a little bit open is, as you mentioned, that he beat him in Denmark Open. Samir VERMA beat SHI Yuqi, and I thought in the first match where I saw SHI Yuqi in this tournament that he looked a little limited in terms of full power smashes. Has been out with a shoulder injury, or at least has been nursing a shoulder injury. But after the first 1.5 game against Song Wan-ho, seemed like he eased up and has been dominant throughout the group stage. So clear favorite, but
Ladies and gentlemen,
wouldn't rule out that Samir could spring a surprise.
India. And on my left, SHI Yuqi, China. SHI Yuqi to serve. Love all. Play.
So here we go, the last semi-final of this first session.
One, love.
You always know the score when Mr. Gunebre's in the umpire's chair. He's the loudest umpire on the circuit, I think.
Two, love.
I must also say that, mentioning the group stage play, that Momota was dominant, but Samir VERMA, he was also dominant as the second best in the group, and I saw him qualify by winning the Side Modi International, and he seemed to get better and better as the tournament progressed. Patient playing style with some very, very good small deceptions from the front court.
My hairpin's better than yours.
Yeah, there's always almost the exercise, practice exercise called mirror, where you have to play the same shot your opponent plays. Not a very good exercise.
Service over. 4-1.
May not have got the feel of the drift yet, VERMA. That was out by quite a way.
Service over. 2-4.
Oh, yes.
3.
He's more than capable. He really is. Kind of player that gets the absolute maximum out of his ability. 100% trier. Might not quite have the natural ability of some of the other players in this tournament, but he's never going to die wondering.
5, 3.
Yeah, I agree. It's especially the ability to score the quick points through strong attacking shots. He normally relies on working his opponents a little bit more.
Service over. 4, 5.
Well, if you give
Service over.
Share the opportunity to hit those jump smashes from that kind of range. I mean, he's mid-court there. That's red rag to a ball, really.
Service over. 5, 6.
Fantastic reactions.
6 all.
Yeah, very quick onto that. Up to the net
6.
very rapidly. And as you said, Steve, in relation to Verma's attacking play, it's admirable that he's trying to take this game to the Chinese.
Yeah.
Very quick challenge.
SHI Yuqi challengers.
Suspect this might be long.
Gold in. Correction. Out. Service over. 7 all. Play.
A little bit too intricate from Verma that time.
8, 7. Service over.
That's what he was trying to do a couple of points ago.
Excellent. He's had good quality on his shots here, Samir VERMA, after he just settled in.
He's certainly giving Chen something to think about.
It's gone wide.
10, 8.
Stoic defence from VERMA, but in the end, Chen wouldn't be denied.
9, 10.
That cord helped him a little bit, obviously.
All.
Well,
Service over.
another friendly
11,
net cord,
10.
and the Indian
Go on.
leads, albeit narrowly.
出这不好说。现在他还没有什么主动打你，他主要还是你要这样还是后一点，等他推出来。他原网的时候基本上原网嘛，你切入他两步，他对你会切得不当。但呢，就下压这一拍挡完以后，下一拍你准备一定要快，不是要从我去分了两边勾两边五分，那球肯定起来，背后你还是肯定会起来的。主要一直在抓推抓后场，他网前线没有什么动作，对吧？要么就放，要么就对。所以你这样。 特别是接下来完后勾分了以后，就等他推出来啊。
11, 10. Play.
Krishna, who was going to blink first in that rally. Fabulous blocking from VERMA. He's kind of ground out this lead with some excellent winners and some really resolute defensive play.
He has, and he must starting to feel more confident about his defense, because seems like she has had trouble scoring against him, and then You can think back and say, okay, ooh, I lost to Momota. Well, that happens, so maybe it's actually quite good.
13, 10.
Maybe I'm playing well. That's what he should think to himself. Because he is.
Yep. And he was a sitting duck there, the Chinese, wasn't he?
14, 10.
VERMA putting the foot down here. That one even he couldn't get to.
Service over.
You have to remember that he
11,
showed great mental
14.
strength, Samir VERMA, in the last tournament in Lucknow there. He knew when the tournament started, win and you're in. You have to win the tournament, then you're in the World Tour finals. If you don't win, you're out. And he won it. And he beat 3 young, promising Chinese talents on the way to the final.
Service over.
Well, it's no
15.
question he's got his
11.
opponent rattled here. I don't think Sher expected this kind of a determined and skillful display from the Indian. At the moment, he's second best.
He's chasing.
16, 11. Samir.
VERMA is chasing SHI Yuqi around the court. SHI Yuqi chasing the shuttle. That turned out to be a good shot, but normally you would go for a power smash in that situation.
12, 16.
Might have been
Service over. 17, 12.
Indeed, because this first game is almost gone. It's wide. So 8 chances here to get the first game on the board for Samir VERMA. Well, how well did he play in that opening game? Didn't just win it, he won it extremely convincingly. 21 points to 12. Problems here.
Second game. Love all. Play.
So VERMA seeking more of the same. His opponent
Service over.
needing a big improvement.
1. Love. Two. Love.
Missed it.
Almost tripped again here. He's tripped
3.
in 2 of the first 3 rallies.
Love.
So off to a bit of a flyer here in the second game. Ran him ragged in that point.
1. 4.
A look of absolute disgust from SHI Yuqi there. How did you do that?
He's keeping close to the front court, Samir VERMA. I like that.
Service over. 5. 2.
Once again, a little bit of help from the net cord.
6.
One of the things he did extremely well in the group stage, he played some marvelous net game, did SHI Yuqi. Oi. Totally stranded there
Service over.
on that
3.
deception from Samir VERMA.
Service over. 7. 3. Change the shuttle.
Where you want to hit it.
Eight. 3. Come on. Service over. 4. 8.
You never question that man's commitment, do you?
8.
Usain Bolt impression getting to the net there.
You mean lightning quick, or he made a head start?
Oh, he's pretty quick in there.
I think it's a really important phase now, because SHI Yuqi, he should do everything he can to stay ahead and keep this little cushion as it is now. I think if Samir VERMA catches up, he will grow in confidence, and spell trouble for the Chinese #1.
Well, that big lead he had at one stage is all but evaporated. VERMA fighting back in game 2 here. Another excellent shot from VERMA. He has really mixed it up to the point where SHI Yuqi doesn't quite know what's coming next, I don't think.
I think SHI's coach, Chen Yu, urges him to move forward on the court, overcover the front court. Good length there from Samir VERMA. It's going wide.
And that is wide.
9, 8.
Oi.
Just think that's symptomatic of the pressure, that kind of mistake, the pressure that VERMA's putting on him almost every point.
Yeah.
And he's only human, just to get to him.
6 straight points for VERMA now. It's 8-4.
Yeah, it just wasn't quite deep enough, was it, from VERMA? So he still had to be put away.
And he's got to be able to hit it that speed there. In my opinion, it's definitely not his regular full power smash. But that's the minimum requirement, otherwise there's very little pressure on the opponent.
So VERMA has the advantage, 11-9 he leads, mid-game interval.
Eleven, 9, play.
second guessed him for once.
10, 11.
And what happened in the first game against Son Ho was that SHI Yuqi began to go more sharp for the net shots. Tried to control the rallies with flat pushes to the back line. Let's see if he can do it again here. That's brilliant play by Samir VERMA.
Yeah, it's hard to do much against that.
12, 10.
Not missed very much at all so far. Crowd doing their best to rally their man. Yeah, just for once, VERMA got his length wrong.
Service over. 11, 12. Service over.
The shake of the head from
13,
SHI Yuqi
11.
towards coach Chen Yu.
Back on the court.
Just a friendly instruction from the umpire to VERMA to get back on court. Been a particularly long match so far.
Oh, that's well played.
I mean, his combination of raw power and subtlety and great hands like that.
Yeah, totally wrong footing, SHI Yuqi.
Didn't see it coming.
There's some strange shots in between there. This one with the totally odd footwork and a couple of times on the front court where he's more or less tumbled.
I think he might have been in two minds there, VERMA.
Yeah.
In the end, did nothing. That's better.
And also interesting to see as he gets closer to the goal line here, how it affects him. It would, I suppose, mean a lot to him to reach a World Tour final. He's pretty much been Indian men's singles this year. He's the only one who's won tournaments on the World Tour. Shrikant has been a shadow of last year. Same goes for Pranoy.
Well, the other thing, apart from obviously the pride and the prestige and the glory, if he just gets to the final, he more than doubles his earnings for the year, tournament earnings. 60,000 for the runner-up, the singles.
Top of the tape.
Yeah, well spotted.
Service over.
And he's quick on his feet, Samir VERMA, so the late change in direction there from SHI doesn't fool him.
Yeah, he knew exactly what was coming. I think from here on in, it's as much about temperament as it is about technique. The best achievement of his career if he can get to the final here.
That would be a breakthrough for him. Definitely would he come into this tournament ranked 14th in the world, and that's his best ever. So that would establish him amongst the ones you're talking about in terms of making a deep run in the tournament.
Well, he's finding the corner of the court with regularity and unerring accuracy.
Retrieval.
What retrieving from VERMA. Makes you tired just watching it. Massive point for share there. He performed heroics about 3 or 4 times in that rally, VERMA, to keep the point alive.
Samia back on court. Put the towel inside. Change. Play.
I don't think you can object to them having a little breather after that last rally.
Oy, good, fantastic cross save by Samia VERMA. But she almost got to that return as well.
Had that sneaked over, VERMA was there as well, with the Chinese on the deck.
It might have just rolled over, unreturnable. It's going to be a thriller, the 4 next points.
First kind of nervy one he's played for a while.
Lots of cheering from Chen Yu.
big mistake. Big mistake. As he just handed game 2 for SHI Yuqi. He's been making those all afternoon.
He makes them because SHI Yuqi stayed in there to get to 17 all. It's so easy to say, no, it's just not my day. Maybe it isn't, but he's giving himself a chance, and definitely you don't get to be #1 in China by feeling sorry for yourself just because you have a little sore shoulder. Got to try and find a way to win it anyway.
Yeah, he's keeping VERMA honest, testing his mental resolve as much as his playing ability. And he's not immune to a mistake either. What a tense conclusion now to this second game. SHI 2 points away from leveling. VERMA 2 points from a place in the final. Who's going to blink first? Here's a match point. First one of those little net battles he's won for a while, actually, VERMA.
Yeah, that was gutsy play. Playing back at SHI Yuqi, he's killed a lot there.
Match point. Well, that took some bottle as well. For the outright winner, it wasn't particularly deep, but under the circumstances.
It's a brilliant tactical choice. The last 6-7 smashes has all gone to the backhand side of Samir VERMA. Now he changes and puts it down in the forehand side. Excellent.
Crowd really getting into this, almost beseeching the Chinese to take this to a third game.
Touch. Fantastic.
VERMA claiming that his opponent touched the net, umpire having none of it. Game point for 1-all.
He had a case, Samir VERMA, but the umpire has to make a split-second decision.
I wonder if they ought to allow technological challenges for that. We'll come back to it, because it's game point here. And he's got there. It was a real struggle, but we are going to get it decided. 22-20. 1 game all.
找到一些办法了吧，现在对吧？他主要就2个边线的球让你难受，你这就是什么？注意的，你推球还是要有速度，明白吗？前面你的推球没有速度，太给他太舒服了，像后面这样，快一点，让他起过来，球仰了点，他就没威胁了，然后球尽量往中。马上就要进入最关键的第3局了，大家一起来为运动员们喝彩。中国队，回中路，不往哪边？中国队，对吧？站台就没问题。 这个线路啊，其他都这样，有信心。这个时候打难的时候，不管什么时候，有信心抓住自己的线路。这几个线路嘛，一个推球，一个中路前放啊，不管他怎么打，他脱离不了。还有一个头顶如果难受的话，尽量往中路走。这方面对角那些能打出来打出来，但是不要很快，太快的话你很难上，对吧？能起跳的话，打对角就行。 没有起跳的话，往中路进，好吧？啊，一分一分来，啊，没问题啊。
पहले से शांत खिला आराम से खेल सकते स्लो फास्ट टू विकेट तो ऐसा नहीं कि फॉलो भी नहीं करना पूरा फॉलो नहीं करना खाली खिलाने के लिए
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Well, the crowd is engaged as they've been all day.
Love on. Play.
Just wonder whether losing that second game and having had a match point as well, whether there'll be any kind of a psychological impact on VERMA.
That is the big question, and I think SHI Yuqi is trying to go for a knockout here and really make a flying start to this third game, whilst VERMA is still a little bit shocked, perhaps. But if VERMA can quickly brush off the loss of the second game, I still would deem him to have a reasonably good chance of winning this match.
Yeah, he's got to get that kind of what might have been thing out of his mind.
Yeah.
Especially because his opponents made a brisk start in the decider. On the line.
Yeah. The outer part of the line, but that's enough.
1-4.
Well, VERMA turned away, disgusted with himself for allowing that easy an opportunity.
5-1. Change the shuttle.
Good shot.
Well, either way, I don't see this final game being particularly long in duration, Steen. Very short points. Both men going for winners, both trying to be positive.
Yeah, I think you're right. On the other hand, if they can up their defense, there might be some longer rallies, but I think they, I mean, SHI Yuqi, he doesn't want to let VERMA chase him around court. And on the other hand, VERMA is reluctant to lift to SHI Yuqi because he's been somewhat of a threat.
Crowd got excited, but it was a fall, it was out.
6.
It's been a little bit of the nature of the match that SHI Yuqi, or the last game, SHI Yuqi gets ahead and then suddenly the lead is gone very quickly.
Change shuttle.
Groans around the auditorium. Share nets.
Going to have the ref and the tournament doctor on court.
Finger issue by the look of it.
Referee Dennis Lee and Dr. Ashwin Patel. Both very experienced tournament officials. It often happens, these finger injuries, when the players do the diving defense, scratch the skin against the court surface. The challenge in it is that it doesn't feel really good to play with a band-aid on one of your fingers.
It's good.
6,
And after that storming start that SHI made at the start of this game, VERMA clawed him back.
Challenge. I understand that that was a difficult one to call. I understand the challenge. I'm not sure he's right.
Yeah, my first reaction was it was wide, but we'll see what Hawkeye has to say on the subject.
Yeah, you're right, Trevor. Well spotted.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 8, 6. Play.
That was the first kind of really tired-looking shot we've seen from VERMA.
9, 6.
Yeah, nervous, tense looking was my thought. They're really going for it.
Service over. 7.
Yeah, as I said before, I don't think either of them wants to get
Long
involved
rallies.
in 50, 60 shot rallies here.
Right.
It's still desperately hard to call this. Looked as though SHI might have a decent lead at the interval. Well, he's not going to have a decent lead. He might have a lead. At one stage, you're thinking 11-4, 11-5, the way he started. That's a great shot by VERMA.
net play.
Yeah, that was going to be all or nothing, and it was all.
Service over. 10, 9.
So there is a little breathing space, not much. They get a minute to try and recover a little bit. 11-9, Shea leads.
Cheers. Samir on court. Play.
Who's your money on here?
I think it's on SHI Yuqi. I think he's tough to beat. He won that first group stage match against someone who seemed to be playing rather well, and furthermore, Asian Games Team Championships. He was in dire straits. That's brilliant play there by SHI Yuqi, taking a little bit of the pace off. There it is. See how it lands in front of Samir VERMA. In the Asian Games Team Championships, he was a game down and 2 match points down against Anthony Ginting, who played on home soil. And SHI Yuqi survived and forced extra points in the decider, where Anthony Ginting had to retire. So I think he's mentally quite tough, the Chinese.
Well, he's saved 1 match point already. It's VERMA.
Good clear.
Oi! Well, biggest cheer of the day.
Amazing play. He got that net shot so close in the forehand corner. SHI Yuqi. But this is where he's thrown a couple or 3 easy points after getting himself to a 4 or 5 point lead. See if he can avoid that.
He'll take anything he can get at this stage. Tough on VERMA.
We wanted to see that from the net camera, actually. Good shot.
SHI Yuqi challengers Ball in.
Another job for Hawkeye.
Yeah, it looked like a good shot, but it might have landed with the cork touching the surface outside the line.
Crowd chanting out.
No.
Palpably in. Yeah, I was just saying earlier, Stina, I wouldn't mind them bringing in technology to look at whether a racket has gone, you know, beyond the plane of the net.
Yeah.
I'm sure they could do it. It's very hard for an umpire to see sometimes.
Yeah, it's almost impossible sometimes. You have a tough time deciding in replay. Oh, there's a challenge there.
He finally got the call. He looked towards the umpire there, towards the line judge rather, Cher. A belated signal of out. No question that VERMA was always going to challenge it. So now we'll see. This is big, 15-10 or 14-11. Yeah, by a distance. I think VERMA had to challenge just because it was such a late call.
And also the importance.
That'll work nicely. Yeah, good leave. Saw that floating out.
16.
Knew you didn't have to play it. Superb touch again from VERMA.
12, 16.
Well, if he is weary, he wouldn't know it. And some of the shots he's played in the last few minutes.
17.
Another beauty.
12.
And he's definitely had the plan on this near side of the court. Found it again in the second game interval, the mid-game interval in the second game, just like the first match against Son Van Ho. Found the solution, put pressure on Samir VERMA with the flat pushes and move forward, look for the opportunities there, take control of the game. Excellent done by SHI Yuqi. Now let's see if he can get it over the goal line as well.
Service over. 13.
Tentative one there from the Chinese, just keeps VERMA interested. Wins the next couple of points now. Pressure would be back on his opponent, but that is definitive and decisive.
Service over. 18. 13.
You almost can't believe he made that shot, SHI Yuqi. He's disgusted with himself.
Well, he hasn't missed many of those in this game.
No, here in the third, he's been very good at those, but there were a lot of shots like that in the first game that he missed.
Yeah, it clearly improved as the match has gone on. It has been a grind. It hasn't always been pretty. He's had to really work. Especially after losing the first game, but he's within a couple of points now of tomorrow's final. And you have to feel sorry for VERMA, who's made a huge contribution to this match, but now finds himself facing 6 match points. Well, if he's going to go down, it's going to go down blazing.
50, 20, change the shuttle.
Crowd ready to stand up and applaud then. We'll sit back down. 2 match points saved, 4 to go. That's long. Sometimes the final hurdle is the hardest one to clear.
There must be one more smash in that right shoulder of SHI Yuqi.
It's wide. It's a titanic tussle, and eventually it goes the way of SHI Yuqi against the very determined VERMA, who shocked the Chinese by taking the first game. But the world number 2 came back and eventually got the job done. Let's hope it hasn't taken too much out of him ahead of tomorrow's final. It was an energy-sapping encounter. 21-17 in that 3rd game. "68 minutes of high-octane drama. 12-21, 22-20, 21-17. The winning margin.
感谢您的激情参与和大力支持。今天第2单元的比赛将在18点准时挥拍。我们继续在天河体育中心体育馆期待您的到来。
So we'll see him in tomorrow's final.
晚上见。
It was a battle, it was a struggle, but he's there. Here's what we've seen today. I hope you've enjoyed it. You can't not have, really. Okahara came out on top in the battle of the Japanese. Fairly convincing then in just 3/4 of an hour. Then we had a 3-gamer, Wang and Huang, getting past Watanabe and Higashino, much to the crowd's delight. Tremendous match in the women's singles between Sindhu and Intanon. Sindhu threw in straight games, but that second game was an absolute classic. Then in the mixed doubles, looked like at one stage we might get a shock on the cards when the Thai pair took the first game against the world champions Jung and Wang, but they came back and won it in 3, and as you've just seen, another comeback, this time from SHI Yuqi to get past Samir VERMA's brave effort. So we'll see him in the final tomorrow. There is another session, of course, to come later on this evening. Starts in about an hour and 10 minutes. We've got 2 women's double semis, 2 men's double semis, and the other men's singles final featuring Son Won-ho and Kento Momota for the right now to meet, share in that final tomorrow afternoon. You'll be taken through it all by Jill Clark and Morton Frost, but for now, from me, Trevor Harris, for Steve Pedersen and our whole outside broadcast crew here in Guangzhou, hope you've enjoyed it. It's goodbye.